Hi, my name is Lily Sullivan, and I'm going to be doing a presentation about Johann Sebastian Bach. Hi, my name is Johann Sebastian Bach. I was born on March 21st, 1685 in Eisenach, Germany. My parents' names are Johann Ambrosius Bach and Elizabeth Lemmerhart Bach. My parents died when I was 10 years old, so I had to go live with my older brother Christoph, who was a church organist. As a child, I played the violin, the harpsichord, and the organ, learned to compose my own music, and had a beautiful singing voice. When I was 8 years old, I went to Latin grammar school, then the Grammar School of Ordnance, and I was at the top of my class. In the spring of 1700, when I was 15, I walked 180 miles to St. Michael's Monastery, and I became a choir boy. In late 1702, at 18 years old, I graduated and left to find employment as a church organist. Oddly enough, after graduation, I failed my first audition for an organist post, but in 1703, I secured my first post as a court musician. I married Maria Barbara Bach in 1707. We had 7 children together. Sadly, she passed away in 1720. Then I married Anna Magdalena Wilkie. Over the next 20 years, we had 13 children, so in all, I had 20 children. In 1708, I began working for Duke Ernst of Weimar as his concertmaster. In 1716, after 9 loyal years, it was my turn to become the music director, but the Duke unfairly passed me over, so I accepted a new job in Cochin as music director. The Duke did not want me to leave, and he was so angry that I wanted to leave that he put me in jail for 4 weeks. Finally, he released me and gave me permission to take my new job in Cochin. I wrote many of my famous pieces during this period. Then, in 1723, I received the post of chapel master at St. Thomas's in Leipzig, where I stayed for the rest of my life. One of my most favorite pieces is called the Coffee Cantata. A cantata is a piece of music with voices and instruments that tells a story. In the 1700s, coffee was new and exotic, and everyone loved it. So I wrote the Coffee Cantata. Most of my compositions were religious because the church required it. But this was not. It was fun, comical, and everyone loved it. I had a friend named Jean-Baptiste Foulonier, a concertmaster. He was very jealous of a famous harpsichordist named Louis Marchand. So, in 1717, my friend asked me to challenge Marchand to a contest. It was to be the grandest music event of the decade, and the king offered 500 thalers in prize money to the winner. Everyone was at the palace to watch it. I arrived and waited, but Marchand never came. He was so scared to compete against me that he fled by stagecoach to Paris at first light, and his servant stole the prize money. The contest was off, but I treated the guests to a beautiful recital. I am considered to be the best composer of the Baroque era. Many even say I am the most famous composer of all time. In fact, I was so important that my death was a defining point in history. It marked the end of the Baroque era. I played the violin, the viola, the organ, the clavier, sang, and composed music. Many say my music evokes such deep emotion and tells a story because of the lovely melodies I composed. My concertos were great successes and are still tremendously popular to this day. I wrote music to find its way straight to your heart. I died at 9:15 p.m. on July 28, 1750, at my home in Leipzig, Germany. I died of a stroke which was caused by complications from an earlier eye surgery. I was 65 years old. I was obliged to be industrious. Whoever is equally industrious will succeed equally well. This means I worked very hard. Anyone who works as hard as I did can achieve the same results. playing 3 lines of one of Bach's most famous minuets.